want to chat with our speakers. We have two amazing speakers monitoring these sessions. So it's going to be a lot like AI, not human. We're not human, by the way.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, if you could please drop in your website and your business and your location. There'll be quite a few examples where I'd like to draw on some of your businesses to use you in the AI examples. That'd be great. Today's session is on sales and business development, but I'm also going to be covering customer service as well. A lot of it overlaps in terms of the AI tools you can use, but we can get into that when we get started. Okay. Thank you, Darla. Hey, Arthur, how's it going? Petrenia,
I've seen a lot
Christine.
of repeating names, and I hope that you find the information helpful. And again, the Brevin Agency, James and whole team of his marketing campaign, marketing services, they are here locally, virtually to assist you. So you want to just continue learning more about their services and offering, feel free to connect with James and Bevan Agency. Highly recommended. Again, there are logo, well, Long Beach is a logo.
Long Beach. Yeah.
Food services with marketing, and of course, we will continue to do our webinar and resources marketing related, just to make sure you have all what you need to grow your business or start your online presence. Well, it seems like we have a lot of people coming in. I'm just going to kick start it because we have a lot to unpack, and I can just let James take it over. Again, if you're here for the first time, folks, thank you so much for being here. If you are returning attendee, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed our last session, Get Smart with AI. If you were here, we discussed some AI related, how it's reshaping industry. If you missed it, you want to learn more about it, we have recorded, just let us know. If you want to see the webinar. Today, though, we're going to discuss about what James just said, explore the transformative impact of AI on sales and business development strategy, and just learn how about the predictive analytical side, lead scoring, and AI power to decide to optimize sales process, enhance customer engagement, and drive business growth. I hate to repeat this, but if this is your first time, I just like to take a moment just to talk about PACE and our collaboration. We are a local nonprofit organization. Our mission is to help you start and grow your business. We promote economic growth and expansion in diverse community. We do have two BusinessSource Centers in the East Los Angeles and in the Hollywood region. We are also a certified SBA lender, and we offer a range of essential services tailored to meet the needs of your business services assistant. From personalized business counseling to business development training, access to capital, of course, and also assistance with the government contracting. If you want to learn more about our business development center services that we provide, please feel free to connect with us. You have a contact, Mr. Prani, and anything else, James is also here available to assist. Without further ado, I'm going to hand over to James so he can start talking about our next AI session.
All right. Thank you, Soprani. Yeah, we love our partnership with PACE, and we're very excited to bring this content to you. Soprani mentioned that this webinar focuses around sales and business development, along with some customer service AI tools that'll help your operations, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started. And yes, Albert, we'll send you the link for the past recording. Okay. So again, this is a webinar series. Our next one is going to be on November 13th. That is going to be covering graphic design. And I'm going to throw some video in there too, since it's our last one. But yeah, that one's going to be a really fun one. You're going to see some exciting things that have just newly developed. With the landscape of AI, it's always constantly changing. So yeah, we're constantly researching and finding the best ones for that are, realistic use cases for your businesses, okay? And we always like to start off with these fun videos. We actually made one for Soprani. This is a AI bot that we took her image and we're able to create a script for her. And this program is called DID, and I'll cover that in the final presentation.
Hi, I'm Soprani, a business consultant here to support you on your journey to success. With expertise in business strategy, planning, entrepreneurship, management, and lending assistance, I provide tailored insights and practical solutions to help you start and grow your business. Whether you're looking to start a new business, optimize operations, enhance customer engagement, or drive profitability, I'm here to guide you with the latest tools and strategies in the ever-evolving business landscape. Let's work together to take your business to the next level.
Yeah, so as you can see, she sent me over a picture and we were able to create that. We developed the script using AI, and yeah, you can choose whatever voice you'd like. It'll also allow you to, you know, say a couple of phrases and it'll take your voice, and then we'll have.
Hello, and thank you for joining. My name is James, and today is all about using AI for customer service. I am an example of what the future of customer service could look like. Will you be able to tell the difference? Will it matter as long as you're provided with great customer service? Let's get started.
Okay, so yeah, that's kind of the name of the game. Is it's really drawing the line on what you want to use AI for in terms of sales and customer service, right? Is it really going to matter on who they're actually speaking to as long as they get the proper information that they're looking for? And that's what we'll be going over today. Okay. As a part of this webinar, we offer free consultations. So if you ever want to talk about your business, want to talk about how to implement AI tools, well, you can scan this code. Leo will also put the link in the chat if you want to sign up for a free consultation, just to go over how AI can help your business. Okay. So again, AI is going to be used through all different types of companies, right? Whether you're a startup, e-commerce, small to medium-sized business, or a program manager, there are many different AI tools that'll help, again, with operations, with, website copy, with, sales, anything and everything. There is a tool out there. It's just a matter on finding what tool works for you and which ones are easy to use. And that's kind of the main thing that we went through with this webinar series is what's realistic, what can I set up without, spending hours and hours of my time. And we'll go over those. For this webinar, we took an approach of like, you're a business, you have your own business. There's a lot of things that are out there that you don't have time to do. You're in your business. So this is why we created this series, so we can do the research for you, show you which ones we see would be most beneficial and which ones are most cost effective. We'll be sending out an email and we will have links at the end of the webinar where you get some freebies where we cover all the different AI tools that you could try out, along with social media calendars and other templates that are very helpful for your business. Okay, let's begin. So how to use AI for sales. When thinking about sales, I went through the whole process of what the sales lead funnel looks like and what AI tool can help me with each process, right? So you have your initial contact, qualifying the lead, understanding their needs, presenting a solution to them, handling the objectives, follow-up, and closing the sale. Okay, so with each of these steps, I'm going to introduce a tool that can help with this process. Okay, so the initial contact, when you think about how do you gain your clients, right? Whether it's a phone call, you meet them in person at a conference, email, live chat, social media messaging, and contact forms, right? So those are the different ways that you gain leads is through these different types of interactions. One of the main things, and I'm sure you've seen this on many different websites, is chatbots. So chatbots are the little messaging things at the bottom right of people's websites where you can, instead of calling in, you would chat through to a representative and they'll help you, guide you through whatever questions you may have. Now they have each of these platforms are now offering up AI solutions. So what that looks like is instead of talking to a real person, it's actually an AI bot that scrolls through your website, any documentation you want to feed it, and it searches through that database of information to provide an answer. Okay. So this is what I'm going to show you what that looks like on two different platforms. The one that we use is called Tidio, and another one that I like is called Intercom. And again, this is just to be able to gain and qualify leads on your website. There's many different ones. Like I said, every chatbot is using AI now. So it's a matter of just choosing your preference, which one you like, the look and feel. But I'm going to show you two that I really found to be easy to set up. The first one is called Tidio. And I'm going to show you what the backend looks like, just in terms of setup. Okay. So this is what the back end looks like for Tidio. It is, their AI chatbot is called Lyro. And the way it works is once you connect it, you provide it with data sources, right? So the way that works is you'll enter in your website and it will go down through all of the information. It'll scrape your website and it'll show what it can use based on what it found, right? So you can also upload documents and you can also enter in manual answers as well, all right? So once you allow it to scrape all your information and provide documents and FAQs, it'll now have a pool of information that it can draw upon to answer questions. And with this, you can test it out in the playground, which is a really nice feature, right? So right here, I could please tell me about your services. And it'll show you what the different answers, and you can adjust accordingly, right? So right here, no, certainly it covered basically everything I have on the website already, along with some other things. Now, the good thing I like about Tidio is, let's say they don't want to deal with AI. You get that all the time, right? You know, through phone calls and things like that. So what I would want to do, and Leobi, if you can show them that you would like to speak to a human, I can show what the backend looks like. So here in the interface, and it also has an app as well. What it'll look like is, it looks like a email inbox, right? So whenever I get a new message, this is Leo over here. He said, "Can you connect me with a new with a person?" Right. So it's telling the AI chatbot, like, I don't want to speak to an AI. I want to speak to a real person. So I can join the conversation here. And another good thing is, okay, let Leo know that I'm here to help with any questions, right? So not only is AI responding for me, I can also use AI in the chatbot itself to make my response better, right? So I put a general statement, and now it says, "Please inform the OB that I'm available to assist with any questions," right? So you have to be able to play around with it and see, you know, what pieces you want AI to be a part of and what pieces you don't want AI to be a part of, right? But it's a good way to, you know, if you're a solopreneur or you don't have the staff to answer every call each time, this is a good way for you to use AI to help still gain that lead, provide them with information, and really you can just let them know that I'll get back. We'll have a human contact you in the next 24 hours, right? So that's kind of the sales cycle that you want to keep in mind when it comes to using AI. It doesn't allow your business to pause. You can keep it going by the use of AI. Okay. So that is Tidio. And go back to the presentation. All right. So yeah, that shows the transfer from, it makes the transfer from AI to human really easy. And another great thing about using tools like this is the analytics piece to it. So you can see how many conversations got dropped, how many conversations got resolved by AI. So that's kind of the pricing that a lot of these AI tools and chatbots do. They will charge you on how many conversations the AI bot specifically was able to resolve, right? And for the ones that you don't pay for. So I'll show you the pricing structure a little bit later, but that's a great way to make it pay for itself, right? If it's able to completely fulfill the conversation, then it saves your time. So with Tidio, it's free for 50 Lyro conversations a month. And just think about that, right? If 50 conversations a month is quite good for a free plan. Now, if you get to the point where a lot of people are asking like over 200, then that's like $39 a month. And when you compare that to the average, customer service representative, you're saving quite a bit when it comes to that. And again, it's just like a stopgap in order for you to be able to connect with them yourself without them, losing out on any information, easy information that they want to find out. Okay. The other tool is Intercom. Very similar in the setup. I just want to and this has other tools too. Like it connects your AI chatbot with follow-up emails, and you can run all these kinds of automations that once somebody enters in your chatbot and asks questions to AI bot, it'll follow it up with an email. That's why I like Intercom, because it has a little bit of everything. And just want to show you just the back end of that real quick. As you can see here, they Spotify and Slack and Lyft all use Intercom. So when you try to go on Spotify, can you tell me about your monthly plans? All right, so you can just test it out. It's not seen yet. And one of the things that I'm noticing in the AI space now, whenever AI is used, it's going to say, this is answered by AI, or this image was produced by AI. I think that's going to be the future of people up front are going to have to, or businesses up front are going to have to let people know that are engaging that this is an AI bot, or this is an AI image, this is an AI video. I think that's going to be the legality of it all moving forward. But as you can see here, same kind of thing. It'll scrape through your website, upload information, and then you'll have your chatbot. The one thing I didn't mention though, for Tidio, the way you implement into your website, so majority of like WordPress, Wix, Shopify, they'll have a plugin that allows you to directly integrate with your website. And all you would need to do is install that plugin and sign in with your account, and it'll set it up for you. So that's another reason why I like Tidio. Okay. So now that you've gotten the lead, and again, pricing, this one is 99 cents per resolution, right? So if the AI bot actually, resolves the question, then you'll get charged $99 cents per resolution. Okay. So now that you've got the lead, now it's time to engage with that lead, right? There's this AI tool called SalesApe, and I only tried the demo for this, but it seems pretty basic in terms of how it works. It's set up the same way as the AI chatbot, but instead of setting that up for the chatbot, it'll do it for email. And the demo that I did with this is I asked it, can you send me a proposal on services you're offering, right? So this is the reply I got back. And the way they did it is, we don't really want to send you a proposal, but we would rather talk to you. And that's kind of the name of the game when it comes to sales. You want to get them on a sales call, you want to get them in a meeting, right? So not only did it send that initial email based off of my question, so it personalized it towards me based off of my question, knowing that I asked for a proposal, but they recommended a booking. So it takes the phrase of the email and personalizes it using AI to gain a meeting. And what I've seen from this app is after a week, it emails me again. After 2 weeks, it emails me again. So it creates this whole automation of emails based on my initial email to it. So yeah, it's just another way to save you time and continue to engage with your audience. right? So this is the example of the follow-up emails. I haven't heard back to you since we last spoke. You have any more questions? Again, book a call. That's like the main call to action that it went for. In terms of pricing, this one is starting at $500 a month. Yeah, if you want to think about that, if you don't want to handle all your emails and you do have a set, flow in mind, and you want to make it more personalized, want to make it sound more human than those, typical automations that you do, this would be an interesting option or that you might want to try. Okay, so now we go on to the sales meeting, right? So this is one of the tools I, almost can't live without nowadays, is those assistant notes, right? So imagine you're on a video conference, and instead of jotting notes, through paper, which I still do, but it's also good to have a backup, right? So what this will do, it'll record your meeting, and it'll take notes. It'll even create tasks and provide you with options to set up another follow-up meeting, right? So there are many tools that are doing this. My favorite one is Otter AI. Read is also pretty good, and Zoom even has its own AI companion as well that you'd have to turn on. Okay. So like I said, you can ask the chatbot within Otter AI to summarize, ask about something specific within the meeting, and the needs. So I'm going to show you what mine looks like for one of my meetings. Okay. So this is an internal meeting I had where it showed a summary. You can also see the transcript, speaker one, speaker two, with screenshots. But the summary is what the AI produces. And then it also creates actionable items, which you can, do a checklist for, an outline. And you can even share this with the person that you had the meeting with. So here are the notes from the meeting. So you can keep, each other accountable if that's what you're trying to do. If you're trying to, make sure that these are the action items we went over, and this is what you need to do, right? And then for the AI chat, this is where you can ask the questions about the conversation. What are the tasks that need to be done? Right? So instead of searching through all your notes, you can ask the AI chat to skim through your summary, and it'll be able to provide you with a more direct answer. Right? So just think of that when you're having your client meetings, your sales meetings, just as a backup to make sure that you gain everything that you need to gain during that meeting. Okay. That is Otter AI, and that is free. You get 300 monthly transcriptions, 300 minutes a month, which is great. I mean, I've ran out at near the end of the month, but for the most part, if you manage it correctly, and you can also kick the Otter AI bot out of the meetings you don't want to save your minutes. But for the meetings you do want, 300 is a really good amount to be able to use to try it for free. But if you go beyond that range, I mean, $10 to $20 a month isn't bad for a virtual assistant, really. Okay, so now that you got the lead, you follow up with the lead, and you had that meeting, it's time to create that proposal, right? So I'm going to show you two tools. One we've already visited before, Gemini and ChatGPT, and the other one's going to be called StoryDoc. But with ChatGPT, it just allows for something like this, right? So with this proposal, let's say I met with a cleaning company, or let's say I am a cleaning company, and I want to do a weekly rate of $1,000 a month as my proposal, right? So my prompt was create a proposal for a cleaning service from Acme Cleaning to clean offices weekly at a rate of $1,000 a month. Include professionalism, quality as a value proposition, and you can edit it to be your own. You can draw from your website if you have any other value propositions that you want to include. But you can see here that it really provides a nice overview of an email that you can send out as a proposal, right? So a summary, services offered, the value and pricing, and then contact information, right? So that's an easy way to do a proposal, instead of, you know, writing it all yourself. And then you can just create this and have it be a template that you can use the same prompt over again, but just change things that you want to change depending on what the service is. Okay, so that is the proposal. And the second one I want to share is called StoryDoc. All right, and let's switch windows for this. Okay, so StoryDoc I really like because it puts you through a wizard on what you want your presentation deck to be about. So this is where I want to take one of your businesses and run it through StoryDoc just to show you what a potential presentation could be. So let me look through the chat, or if you want to just chat your business with your website, because what it does is it draws from your website to take your branding, your colors, any other information it can find, okay? Okay, we're gonna go with shareable boards from Jennifer. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so when we go into StoryDoc, let's do a proposal. Okay, so project proposal, sales proposal. And what it'll do here, sometimes it won't find your website, which is, but we can modify it on the second thing. So write a proposal you'd like to do. So I'll just take something from your website. Okay. And that's what I like about these AI tools is they're taking the prompt writing out of the equation by setting up these wizards. So you can pick the best style. This one. This more color. Okay, so just based off of your website and some other information that you give it, it'll produce a presentation deck that you can use as, you know, a flyer, one pager, or, you know, any presentation you want to do during the meeting. And it's a great starting point that'll allow you to okay. Try that one more time. Hold on, it didn't take. Load. Okay, while that loads, I'll show one of the ones with, okay, perfect. Okay, so as you can see here, it didn't take the logo. Usually it does when it finds your website, but as you go through this presentation, again, you can see it's a good starting point, right? So with each of these sections, you're able to edit it or add a new slide, update your own imagery. But in terms of the copy, it really helps get a starting point, right? And again, you can edit it to make it your own, but it's great for ideas in particular. even if you have testimonials, it even puts that into play. And yeah, it's just a matter of editing based on what it found. Okay, so that's StoryDoc. And that goes for 40 and 60 month, $40 and $60 month plans. It allows you to do up to 4 presentations, but it does have a 14-day free trial where you can do up to 3 presentations to try it out. And it'll let you, share them and download them as well. So that's a good thing to try before you purchase. And that's, with every AI tool, that's what we're finding is they'll always let you try it beforehand before you have to pay for it. So that's the way that we were able to research a lot of these things is it does allow us to pay to try it out first. Okay, next we're going to get into a little bit about customer service. When it comes to customer service, there's a lot of things that AI has always been a worrisome topic about, are people going to know it's AI, right? That's kind of what this list represented. The responsiveness, does it have empathy? Is it knowledgeable? Problem solving, personalization? Is it professional, right? So those are all kind of things you want to think about when you're replacing a human with AI. Can it fulfill these types of traits? And so there's different types of AI for customer service. It's self-service, operations, and representative preparation, right? And I'll show you what that means while we go through each of the tools. Okay. With TalkDesk, it's more for if you have like a call center. This is one of the ones I just ran a demo through. What it looks for overall, it records your calls for each representative, and it takes stats on how they're doing and what the customer is actually asking about, right? So this is very useful for example, one of the examples it showed is they're a business that sells, soap. And the number one thing, which it shows here, is they're getting a lot of returns, right? So this is good to monitor your staff and monitor the business as a whole on what customers are saying and asking about. And that's what I like about this tool, because it draws from conversations, it draws from each individual customer service representative, and it gives them a score. Like, how did you do today? Were these issues resolved? How long did your call take? So it's all building up all these data points and analytics, and it'll create very visual reports for you to see how your customer service team is doing. And that's TalkDesk. It's pretty pricey. This is for, I would say, larger companies that have a bigger call center, 85 to 145 per user, depending on what you want to measure. So this is more for taking over the role of like the customer service operations manager. So they can get a more complete view using AI versus, what would you do? You would probably use a spreadsheet and call logs and all those different types of things to be able to measure. Next is I go into customer service preparation. So this is more about what the customer service representative needs to know and share in order to provide great service, right? So the first tool I'm going to go over is called Tools a Day. And this has an FAQ generator, right? So this is for, let's say the topic will be shipping. All right. Content, provide our out of state shipping policies. And remember, you can get as detailed as you want with these, and I want to do the questions to be 5. You can even choose the tone and language. So let's be funny. So generate. And you'll see here, right? So questions, do you ship out of state? That's a common question that a customer would ask a representative. Absolutely, we're like the postal ninjas of the shipping world, right? So funny, right? So you can change it to whatever tone you want, but it does take, out of databases and questions they've seen before, typical questions. Do you ship out of state? How long does it take for a package to arrive? Do you offer tracking on my order, right? So this is a good tool to use to really develop your own frequently asked questions for your own business. And of course, you can make it as detailed as you want, but it just provides a good format to do that. And that is free for this one goes by characters, so specific letters and spaces. So that's 10,000 characters a month, and then anything beyond that, it has to be paid. The next thing is Typeform. I don't know if any of you have used Typeform before, but they do have this was recently introduced, I want to say maybe like 6 months ago, where they allow you to use AI to develop your surveys. So now that you're, in customer service, after you speak to somebody, you want to know how they're doing, right? Or how was the service? How do they feel the service was? Did they get their answers met, right? So an easy way to do that is to send out surveys. And I will show you how Typeform uses AI to create that. Okay, so create a survey on how the presentation was and if the information was valuable. Also ask if there's any AI tools they would like to see demonstrated. Okay, so just off of that prompt, it's going to be crafting questions. Okay, let's try again. I have to put a little bit more detail. Okay. Let's see if that helps. Okay, so as you can see here, it generated 5 questions. How satisfied with AI solutions provided by payment agency? What information did you provide to be most useful? Which AI tool? So right there, instead of you having to develop all that out just based off of the prompt, it uses AI as what typically you would use in order to generate a high converting survey, right? So that's Typeform. And that goes from $29 to $99 a month. And it's a great survey tool. We use it all the time. It has a lot of different integrations that you can enter in it, add imagery. But yeah, so that is the end of the sales and customer service AI presentation. But again, next month, November 13th, we have the AI webinar for graphic design. That one's a really fun one. There's some new stuff that we found that I'm really, excited to share. I'll also do a demonstration on how we did those AI bots at the beginning, that we took an image and we allowed them to, have an English accent and create a script for them and so like that. Okay.
Wow,
And
there's a
then,
lot of information. I know that some of you asked if we're gonna send a recorded or slide. Yes, please drop me an email if you need a recorded from this session or past sessions, so we can send it to you properly. And of course, if you have any questions, just reach out to us, James or myself. Well, there's a lot. It's very technical. Definitely you have to repeat yourself and learn it. I'm learning through this and Google it with you, and it's a lot to learn. But I'm glad that we have a team of our expert here to guide you along the way. Okay, so this is something they can scan and get the free tool from you. Okay, so highly recommended. Again, it's very technical, so it's probably need some time to understand and learn this new era of AI, I guess.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, again, if you want to sign up for pre-consultation, if you want to help with setting up any of these tools or just discuss your business in general, we'd be more than happy to have that, consultation with you. And yeah, I'd like to thank Suprani, as always,
Thank
for
you,
setting
your
time.
whole team at Bevan Agency, Leo V, our partner. Going forward, 2025, we are actually working on the whole one-stop shop of growing your business, start an online business, or even any type of business, professional, brick and mortar. We want to be able to help you utilize this new tool that we keep hearing as much as possible. So stay tuned, stay in touch with us. Going forward, it's like 2 months and a half. It's sad to say, but yes, it's coming. We will be planning the
Yeah.
whole new series that, again, by next year come, we might have a new contents and technology related to help you continue your success. And it's never too late to learn. Our contact email, you have it, James, Leo, and myself. Just send me a quick email that you would like this information or have any other question. So I don't see any other question on the chat or Q&A. I think everyone was just too overwhelmed with this technology, all this terminology, and it's very difficult, but it's very amazing. It's like, wow. And thank you again for making me AI introduction. It was awesome. All right, guys. I don't see
Hold
any question. You have any other final thoughts, James?
Just real quick, for Kelly to sign up for the graphic design, let me put that link there for you.
Okay. And this is a series, so please come back next November 13. It's going to be a wrap up. And after that, we want to hear your feedback so we can plan the next series to cater toward all of our community or the businesses, whether you're a startup, existing, or what is your next business growth strategy for 2025. We want to kind of incorporate that into our next planning as well.
Okay. Darla had a question. Darla, you had a question before we go. Okay. Darla, if you just want to email me, you can go ahead and do that if you have a question. If you want to sign up for the consultation, I'll leave my email here as well.
Yes, thank you.
Oh.
And I think you will also have James' email on the presentation that I will share with you. And of course, Bevan Agency is amazing. They have full stop shop services. Highly recommended. Thank you so much, James and Leo, for your time. Great presentation as always. I learned a lot just listening through this. Feel like I need to update my knowledge compartment in my brain. But really awesome things. With that, I think we're good, right? I don't see any more questions. Oh, there's one Q&A.
Yeah, done. I done. Um,
Okay,
AI
so
stuff in your grant. Okay, so this is fairly new, and we just got introduced when we started applying to different RFPs and like that. Sometimes um, you have to show what tool you use. What with AI, what it's looking for, that it won't have a bias on any of the information that you may possibly use it for. So if you're using it as a research tool, you have to fact check it. And sometimes they won't allow you to use that. So that might be a larger conversation, Darla. If you want to, email me what in particular about your grant, so I can get a better sense of what that grant is specifically asking. But just from my experience initially on what happens with some, grants are specifically asking, oh, are you using any AI tools and what are you using it for? Just in terms of the AI bias piece of it. And what that means is like a lot of times AI goes through all this different information and where it's collecting it from their data. It makes it kind of an interesting way when it's okay. So utilizing them for staffing, I think it's fine. Let me do a little bit more research